Good morning mga katribo! Welcome to another episode of Straight Talk. I'm Francine Marquez. Our guest for today is a lawyer and a film producer who founded Quantum Films, whose works have been nominated and won in many film festivals, both local and international. She's been in the film industry for decades now, so it's only natural that she often handles cases for celebrities, but she's not just limited to that. Her law firm, Alonso and Associates Law Offices, handles a variety of cases, and she even has a column in our newspaper called Legal Forum, where they give local legal advice to our readers. Please welcome Attorney Georgie Alonso.
Isang magandang umaga, Francine. Isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Good morning.
Natakot naman ako sa intro na yun. Decades. So, parang tanda na.
Hindi naman. Ano lang talaga. Maraming matututunan sa inyo ang
Sige
diba?
Okay na.
Mga insights, reflections that we want to talk about today, this morning, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So, siguro ang una ko munang tatanong sa inyo, congratulations, nag-air na kagabi yung series ninyo,
Yes,
diba?
What We Could Be.
What We Could Be, featuring 3 young actors.
Very young,
yes.
rising stars.
Oo. How was that? How was the feeling? This morning, earlier kasi, you were telling me about I also read it sa Twitter, mga good feedbacks about the series, no?
Honestly, hindi ko ma-explain yung pakiramdam kahapon. Para kang manganganak ulit. Hindi mo alam anong magiging reaction ng tao, kung magugustuhan nila, or ookrayin nila ng bonggang-bongga.
Oo.
So, excited at the same time kasi finally after, this material was conceptualized way back in 2020 after several months of researching, asking questions, no? Tapos finally mapapanood mo na siya na buo, nandun na siya sa screen, kung ano yung ini-imagine ko lang dati habang binabasa yung treatment and eventually the script. It's finally real. So exciting at the same time, parang hindi ka makahinga kasi you're waiting for the verdict of everybody. So when the tweets started coming out, and of course, syempre, karamihan siguro sa mga to ay mga fans ng aming mga artista, but nonetheless, some of them naman sounded genuine and very sincere, and I'm just very happy and relieved na nagustuhan nila.
Well, to think na this happened, the filming happened, the shooting happened during the pandemic, no?
Yes.
Pero dun sa series, hindi mo halata. Talagang litaw na litaw. Yeah. So how was the shooting of that series?
Medyo tricky siya talaga. Kasi at that point in time, hindi na kami nag-lock in. I did a material before naka-lock in kami. But this time around, kasi nga, ang lock-in can be very, very helpful kasi nandun lang yung artista mo, but it will also be very expensive.
Yeah.
Kasi you have to pay for the cost of the accommodations and all the meals, So, yung aming out of town na shoot, we had to lock them in.
Yeah.
Pero yung yung dito na lang sa Metro Manila namin nakunan, wala. We had to do it on parang ang aming major precaution, of course, is self-discipline na lang ng mga tao, self-accountability na hindi sila lalabas-labas. And then at the same time, we would do regular antigen testing on the set. So, sa awa ng Diyos, wala naman kaming araw na
congratulations ulit.
Yeah. Proud of the team na nag-ingat lahat, and at the same time relieved kasi walang nagkasakit.
Tsaka very revealing 3 actors, na parang young, na andun agad yung mga emotion. Unang pala, parang may kilig-kilig na, tapos may drama, may talagang swak, nandun lahat ng emotions. Una pa lang,
Magagaling sila, Francine, as in, they're very young, but they have so much potential. Really, really good actors. Kaya, we were very fortunate kasi initially yung una namin munang kinast were the two leads na sina Franco and Cynthia.
Okay.
And we were given several options kung sino yung mga available na artista. And sila yung napili namin na sila yung magpe-play ng roles. And then we auditioned for the third wheel, quote-unquote. So we were given several options and talagang ang lumabas talaga na magaling during the auditions na feeling namin babagay din sa kanilang dalawa, si Yasser Marta. So this is his biggest break so far. And we're so happy kasi silang tatlo talaga nag-deliver. Incidentally, binigyan namin sila ng support cast na award-winning.
So, yes.
Talagang,
talk about it also.
Yes, they had to step up, no? And they delivered. Kaya even the veterans, quote unquote, they were surprised na ang gagaling ng mga batang to, talagang professional. They knew their lines, they knew how to configure their blocking, and the shoot went through like a breeze. Hindi kami take 17, walang ganon. Kasi,
may ganon ba nangyayari?
Ay, nangyayari yan.
My.
Naranasan ko na yan. So, ito very, very swift. It like I said, it was a breeze.
Okay. So, are you still shooting the series?
We're done. We're done.
Done na.
We're done with the entire, kumbaga, nakakana yung show.
I see.
Pero continuing pa rin kami nagpo-post-production sa mga future episodes. Natapos na kami hanggang week 3. So, ginagawa namin ngayon is week 4. So, hanggang sa matapos yung buong series.
Gusto sana, hindi, walang spoiler alert ngayon. Maaga pa, first episode pa lang.
First pa lang.
May spoiler alert na agad.
Wag muna.
Wag muna, maaga. Basta keep on watching. Alam mo, parang nararamdaman ko na it will just get, the plot will get thicker, happier, more,
Meron kami experiment na ginawa dito of sorts, though.
Okay.
Kasi normally, yung mga reveal na mga bagay-bagay, nangyayari yan sa pinaka-later episodes.
Yes,
But to watch out for our second week kasi maraming revelations. Agad-agad. Yes.
Oh my.
Because doon ma-determine kung, of course, I won't explain anymore. Basta marami.
Basta manood kayo.
Oo, kailangan nila mapanood yun.
Yeah, nakakatuwa. I mean, hungry tayo kasi, ito yung bagong series, di ba? For a long while, although may lumabas na isang series from another, di ba? Pero ito parang hungry tayo kasi bumalik na ulit. I mean, shootings are back and then mga bagong shows na mapapanood. Ganyan, di ba? Same also with movies.
That's true.
The physical movie theater is back.
Yes, they've been open for quite a while but unfortunately, ang talagang pinapasok lang ata ng mga tao sa ngayon ay puro mga event films. Mga
like
Top Gun Maverick, mga Spider-Man, the big ones.
Yeah.
So we're hoping na sana the Filipinos will troop back to the cinemas again and choose this as their alternative for entertainment.
Yes.
Kasi although marami namang streaming platforms na napakamura nga naman compared doon sa manunod ka ng sine, nabibili ka ng popcorn, mamamasahe ka and all that.
Yes.
Iba pa rin ang cinema experience.
Yeah.
Napaka ganda pa rin na when you see the movie on the big screen and the feels, and there are people there who also shout pag merong nakakatakot. So it's like a community experience.
Yes. So sana nga bumalik yung ganung culture ulit natin.
Sana.
Yung para bang meron kang for entertainment, bili ka ng ticket, just enjoy yourself. Yung nga, relax, watch a movie, di ba?
That's so true. Sana it will happen soon kasi kawawa talaga ang mga film producers kapag walang manunood ng sine na kanilang ginagawa dahil hindi nila mababawi yung kanilang investment. So pag ganong scenario, mas matatakot ngayon ng isang producer na gumawa ng isang pelikula.
Pero, attorney, even during the pandemic, you were one of the relentless film producers now, committed yourself to producing films. and being active in film festivals pa.
Well, actually, hindi kami nag-shoot ng movie last year. We shot it right before the pandemic happened. So we were fortunate na natapos namin lahat ng eksena namin bago nagsimula yung pandemic. Lalo na itong pelikula namin. Well, the two films that I was involved in won the best picture and the second best picture of the MMFF last December. So, yung isang pelikula namin na ginawa, yung last day dapat nagka-problema yung aming isa sa lead actors namin dahil meron siyang may sakit, no? Medyo sige, wag na natin i-share ko ano. Basta nakiusa, hindi naman siya sakit na because there was no COVID at that time na alam namin. So, hindi naman yung mga symptoms ng COVID, but medyo hirap siya. So, nakiusap lang kami na kung pwede, tiisin na lang tapos tapusin. I don't know if I was so mean of me because that person had a hard time, pero I just had a nasty feeling na kapag hindi namin ma-shoot yung last day namin na yon, manganganib yung pelikula.
Yeah.
And we were so fortunate na pumayag siya to do the last day. I have to say it's Daniel Padilla.
For the film.
Sobra akong grateful kay
title.
DJ. Kung maupay man it panahon. Meron siyang sakit at the time.
Film.
Yes, waray.
Yes.
And he was so gracious na kahit na meron siyang masamang pakiramdam at that moment, pinagbigyan kami at tinapos niya yung last day. Kasi yung last day, napakaraming extras nun. Yung last day na kinuna namin, napasakay ng barko.
Wow.
Oh my.
Cast of thousands, ha?
Hindi naman thousands.
Hindi, cast of hundreds.
Hundreds.
Cast of hundreds. Pero malaki pa rin yun.
Oo, malaking eksena. Kung hindi namin nagawa yon, hindi ko alam kung paano namin matatapos yung pelikula. Kasi it would be, violative of so many anti-COVID yung mga requirements under the law, no, na bawal. Kailangan merong space, social distancing. Walang social distancing yung eksena na yun kasi siksikan sila. So, we were very fortunate na natapos namin in time.
Wow.
But during the pandemic, it was so hard to be shooting anything talaga. Mahirap.
And it won an award.
Yes,
Can you tell
actually,
us more
Kun
about
Maupay also won I cannot pronounce it, Concorso something of the Youth Jury Award when we were in the Locarno Film Festival in Switzerland.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that one.
congratulations.
Thank
Ang dami
you.
ko naman congratulate sa inyo, attorney. Diba, teleserye, beautiful films.
Raketista
Raketistang abogadang film producer. //
All around.
All around lang tayo
Pwede na ako mag-apply na janitress.
Pwede. Pero yun nga, yung dedication nyo, commitment nyo to complete a project, di ba? And to parang start to beginning. How do you do it? What does it take? What does it take to be a Georgie Alonso?
Oh my Lord.
Questions ngayong umaga.
Na-recall ko yung nilagay sa graduation album namin sa UP Law Class of 1987.
Okay.
My best friend wrote it and the last line was, "The last of an impossible breed. Thank God." Yun yung sinulat
And
niya.
I must agree. Visionary yung friend nyo.
Well, sadly, he's not around anymore. My best friend, Ferdy Aristorenas. Pero yun yung description niya sa akin kasi I don't know, Francine. It's hard to explain, but I will probably die earlier if I'm not doing anything. Mas gusto ko there are moments that I just need my space na wala. I go to the beach and just stay there the whole day and not do anything at all. But there are also times na hinahanap-hanap ng katawan ko, especially my brain cells, na I'm busy, I'm constantly challenged with things. Parang guguho na ata yung mundo ko pag wala akong ginagawa. So, I guess that's one of the reasons why I keep doing all these things.
Well, no one prepared us for COVID, di ba? Parang ito
No,
na yung
definitely wala. Oo.
whatever you learned as a film producer, parang ito na yung Harvard Business School niyo eh. Yung
Sa totoo
experience,
lang.
no?
Oo. I've been doing this for the last 18 years. Hindi naman several decades. Katulad ng sinabi sorry kanina.
Sorry.
1 decade, close to 2 decades.
Scriptwriter.
But you know, the things that you experience on set, hindi mo siya maaaral sa any school.
Yes.
Talagang ito yung school of hard knocks. As, you know, it may sound cliche, but that's the truth eh.
Yeah.
The things that you do there, wala naman makakaturo sa iyo. Kaya hands-on is really the best form of training for me.
Oo. Yeah. So, in fact, kasi I think your love for just watching movies was what inspired you to enter the film industry, no?
Yes, that's right. When I like I shared with you when I was
Yes,
here before,
yes.
yung as early as my 3rd grade, I was 9 years old at the time. I don't know what was in the film that really attracted me to it. And ang pinaka-strange part doon, hindi ako mahilig doon sa commercial movies. They would drag me to this film, but you know, okay, I watch it, I laugh, but wala I come out of the cinema. I mean, it's a feel-good thing, pero may kulang. Pero when I started watching Lino Brocas films, Ishmael Bernal films, Mike De Leon films, talagang paglabas ko ng sinehan, ang bigat niya. But at the same time, it opens a lot of sensibilities inside. Parang, you know, reviving your moral compass of sorts. So mas fulfilling siya for me. Kaya inaipon ko talaga yung ano ko, yung baon ko para nakakapanood ako ng sine.
Wow. We're just starting. Nag-warm up pa lang tayo.
Yes.
Yes, so we talked about already the power of films and the powerhouse called Attorney Georgie Alonso.
Okay.
But we'll know more about her and about the film industry in general when Straight Talk returns.
Introducing the new MGHS. Drive it, ride it, flex it. Aim higher with the new MGHS.
Welcome ka dito sa SM. Come as you are. Mahilig ka man sa pabago-bago o sa paikot-ikot. Yung nag-a-adulting or parenting. Ikaw na kulot, white-haired, purple-haired, kayong magkaibigan na nagkaibigan. Buong barkada. Yung gusto mo, chill lang. Or gawin yung feel mo lang. We know you're changing. So we're changing with you. Come on in. We're all in. At SM, you're always welcome here.
Sa likod ng aming mga pagsisikap, hangad namin ang maiangat ang bawat Pilipino. Magbigay pag-asa. Maging kaagapay sa pagbangon, katuwang sa pag-abot ng pangarap. At maging lakas at sandigan ng isang masigasig na bayan. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming.
Welcome back to Straight Talk. We are still with Attorney Georgie Alonso. And before the break, we're talking about yun nga, the power of films, the magic of films, and what's in store for us now that quarantine has been eased and movie theaters are back. Speaking of which, Attorney, you were cited at the Cinemalaya Film Fest.
Ah, yes.
Did you produce a film there? What was that?
Not this year.
You were a happy presence in that festival.
Okay. Hindi, kasi yung batch kasi namin, the film that my debut film feature
yes.
was part of Cinemalaya 2019.
Yes.
So, after 2019, walang festival na face to face.
yeah.
So nung nagkaroon ng screenings ngayon for this year, tapos nagkaroon ng awards night, wala na, gusto ko lang mag-attend, gusto kong malaman kung sino yung mga mananalo.
Yes,
Na-excite ako for them.
yes, oo.
Lalo na for one of the directors na mahal ko, si Zig Dulay, na siya pa nga yung nanalo na best short film. No? I think he won 4 awards, if not mistaken, including, if I'm not also mistaken, his first editing award, but for Cinemalaya, one of the feature films. So, nakakatuwa lang na ang gaganda ng feedback, especially for the short films, na wala daw tapon talaga sa lahat ng short films this year. Ang gagaling ng mga bata. And it gives you so much enthusiasm because, you know, the kids are gearing up, you know, in preparation to become bigger names in the future. And I'm so excited for the next crop of filmmakers.
Yeah. And I noticed that this young generation of people from the creatives, they commit themselves. Iba, hindi mo na alam kung ano yung genre, online, offline. Parang hybrid na sila, attorney. I mean, not just in films, yung narratives nila, may halong, parang fiction comes in, yung mga ganyan. And then also in music, iba na rin. Is that your mga observation? Pati fashion, they just commit themselves to it, di ba? So, wala nang genre for most of them.
Ang crucial, I guess, dyan talaga are two things, ano? Sa paggawa ng bawat pelikula, kailangan meron kang dramatic voice. Kung ano yung, may drama ka talaga. For whatever happens, may dramatic voice. And then the next level, of course, is the narrative voice of your film. What are you really trying to say? Without both, for me, the film will not work. Kailangan meron pareho. Even if it's a comedy, even if it's a comedy, meron kang sanang sinesend out na mensahe pa rin. Kahit tawa ng tawa yung tao, at the end of the day, paglabas mo, ay, oo nga, ganun nga pala ang gustong sabihin ng pelikulang yun. So, this time around, yung mga batang filmmakers, ang dami nilang eksperimento.
Yes.
Merong sinushoot nila, tapos ini-erase nila, ginagawa nilang parang animated. Nakakatuwa.
Ano ba to, attorney? Parang ba to? Revenge filmmaking? Revenge film producing? Everybody's talking about revenge.
Siguro, sa tagal kasi ng panahon na walang nakapag-shoot, sobrang daming energy ng mga tao na gusto nilang i-evolve yon into creating something new to offer to the audience, which the audience is always looking out for. Hindi pwedeng pare-pareho na lang ng putahe kasi hindi yan magugustuhan. Kailangan may something new ka na mai-offer sa audience. So, I'm glad that the young filmmakers are taking this step and offering these novel things for the audience to appreciate.
They say kasi pag nagkaroon ng period of parang ebbs and flow ba yun of the parang of the waves, parang after a slump comes parang there's no way but to go up. Do you think that we'll experience a renaissance sana in filmmaking after this quarantine
I really
period?
hope so. Kasi, in this industry kasi, Francine, you cannot just do it with one film at a time. It's got to be a wave of several films. Tas tuloy-tuloy.
Buhos talaga.
Yes. Pag hindi kasi ganun tuloy-tuloy, wala. Ka na naman, naka-park and pause ka na naman.
Yeah, oo. So, sleeping giant na naman ang film industry natin, ano?
Oo, sayang kasi, 'di ba, ang Korea ang layo-layo na narating. And then parang tayo naiwan na. But I would like to think that we have so many filmmakers who are so good na hindi lang sila nabibigyan ng pagkakataon.
Naku, Attorney Georgie, kumbaga sa cinema, parang nasa climax na tayo ng mga usapan natin. But before that, we'll pause for a break again.
Josel Dariaga po.
At Maita Basa David.
Magandang balita po. Decrease ulit tayo ngayong August. Halos 21 centavos ang binaba. Kaya bumaba sa 9 pesos and 54 centavos ang overall electricity rate. Dahil ito sa decrease sa generation charge, nasa 42 pesos ang ibababa ng bill ng karaniwang bahay.
K-drama ang pek sa tag-ulan? Ang rainy days, gawing rainy dates. May pampasayang bright ideas si Engineer Joel.
Mag-bonding over a warm meal. Madali at matipid to. Instant ramyun, scrambled eggs for egg drop toast, at brewed coffee. Lahat to, wala pang 5 pesos ang energy consumption. Energy efficient na, heartwarming pa.
Sarap naman.
Hanggang sa susunod na
Meralco Advisory.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Aling Rose! May kaganda ng kamatis mo ah. Magkano to, Aling Rose?
80 per kilo.
Ha? More naman?
Maganda kasi.
Naku. Mang Henry, ang mura naman ng kamatis ninyo.
Hindi porket maganda ay dapat mahal na. Gaya ng tanim mo. Sa iSmart Boom Flower, bunga ay sagana sa presyong abot kaya.
iSmart Boom Flower, bunga ay sagana sa presyong abot kaya. iSmart.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ano bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy to centers, pati sa mga parties may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Hello, we're back. I'm Francine Marquez. This is Straight Talk, and we're still having a very inspiring chat with Attorney George Alonso. And we're joined by the late Pocholo Concepcion.
Hello! Attorney, tuloy niyo yung nakikinig ako habang stop
Diyan ka lang.
So as you were saying,
Which one? No labels?
Yes, para mga behind the scenes talk namin.
Mga talkies
Yeah,
namin.
so parang yun nga, we're talking about the young generation, di ba? Parang hybrid na sila, ganyan. And also, yun. So that's my observation. And of course, yung parang sana nga magka-renaissance ulit ng pelikulang Pilipino. So sabi nyo, hindi lang dapat isang film, pero dapat tuloy-tuloy. Maraming buhos ng pelikulang kagigiliwan nating panoorin.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier yung about the Korean films, ano.
Yes.
Napakalaking bagay sa Korea because I understand very recently they gave something like $500 million
Wow.
to 25 films, if I'm not mistaken, to create new material to push the Korean film industry. Wala naman tayong ganyan sa Pilipinas.
sino nagbigay ng pera? Government?
Ang government.
Pero,
oo.
di ba for the longest time, I mean, a lot of our artists, our creatives have been asking na it's really important for government to subsidize the industry, no?
It's happening naman, Francine, because of the support of the Film Development Council of the Philippines to filmmakers. Pero siguro ang mahirap doon because they don't see the film industry as a priority.
Right now?
Yes. Kumbaga, mas marami, even in the past.
In the past,
Oo. Parang, ang dami nga namang mga bagay-bagay na problema, yung problema tayo sa asukal, sa mahal ng mga bilihin and all that. So, hindi talaga siya tinitingnan as an immediate or urgent industry na kailangan buhusan ng suporta. So, yun yung nakakalungkot kasi many people are not aware that the film industry covers a lot of people.
True.
You have, I mean, not just
It provides employment.
Yes, it does. It's not just the production. You have the post-production, you have the catering, you have the people who make special effects, you have the researchers. Ang dami. Ang dami. Parang easily I can count 300,000 people, just looking at, who can be involved. In one shoot, for example, you have at least 100 people. Maybe it can go up to 150, depending on how big the scene is or the material is. So, kung meron kang sabay-sabay na productions na ilan, malaki talaga siya.
Yeah, at saka going back to the Korean model, parang the way the government really pursued and supported the industry, it proved that it can be an economic driver din, di ba?
Yes,
It can be an
definitely.
investment opportunity, di
Tingnan
ba?
mo naman, sila na nananalo sa
Kaya
sa academy, di ba?
Yes,
Nakakaano
yes.
na Asian andun eh.
Pero
Oo.
matagal nilang plinano eh. Di ba?
Matagal.
Oo.
It's been a while and talagang todo ang suporta. Even the Koreans themselves, they watch Korean films. Sa atin kasi Hollywood pa rin tayo eh.
What can be done? What do you suggest?
Of course,
And that's a long sigh, ah.
it's a very vicious cycle kasi Pocholo eh. It's really hard to identify kasi para sa akin it's a chicken and egg problem. The producers, of course, have to come out with bigger films, something that will attract the audience. At the same time, when you make big films, I'm willing, if I'm a producer, if I have to come out with 100 million, assuming I had 100 million, kung babalik naman sa akin yung pera na yon, gagawin ko yon. But the problem is you're very uncertain, especially now, that the people will actually troop to the cinemas and watch your film. Ayan naman yung kaakibat na taxation.
Yes.
Talagang napaka-tax nitong industriya na to. You're paying amusement taxes, you're paying the VAT, you're paying income tax. So parang for every 100 pesos that is earned by your film, roughly ilang percent lang ang babalik sa'yo. Between 35 to 40% lang ang babalik sa'yo. So, ang laki ng mawawala kaagad. That means you have to generate a big audience to troop to your films. Again, takot pa yung tao because of the pandemic. So, hirap na nga yung industriya, pinahirapan palalo with the pandemic.
If the government finds a way, like President Bongbong Marcos mentioned it in his State of the Nation.
Yeah. Well, kung merong ganun na mangyayari, naku, that's a very welcome move on the part of the government. Marami kasi tayong magagaling na director and filmmakers
Agree.
who can really, I have to mention the series that Eric Mati did, On the Job.
On the Job.
Yeah, which was shown on HBO. Ang ganda niya. For me, it calls a lot of attention to this series na if you can make something like this, you can attract a lot of foreign audiences to watch this particular material. Problem is, sa akin, ang kulang natin is the Filipinos supporting Filipino films. Again, I don't know kasi during my time as I was sharing with Francine, I was 9 years old. I was saving my baon because I wanted to watch Filipino films of Broca, Bernal, and De Leon. So, I think nakukulangan yung educational system. See, it's a very vicious cycle. sa educational system din natin, siguro kailangan din parang i-push ang mga estudyante na manunood naman sila ng pelikula na hindi lang siya Top Gun Maverick or Spider-Man.
Kasi sabi nila everything's online, pero sa US, pag nagbukas sa cinemas, ang laki pa rin ang kinikita, di ba?
Oo, yun. Parang wala mahirap talaga kasi ang mahal na rin kasi manood ng sine.
Ang mahal.
Ang daming factors. Mamamasahe ka, bibili kang popcorn.
Tama.
400 ang isang upuan. So, hindi ka naman manunood mag-isa. Let's say how many of you in your family are gonna watch. So, it becomes a bigger budget. So,
siguro yung
hirap hanapan siya ng solusyon. But kung magtulong-tulong nilang sana talaga, sasabihin na naman ng Filipino audience, bakit namin papanoorin yung basura na pelikulang Pilipino na masakit kasi gumagawa ka naman ng maayos na pelikula. I mean, it's appreciated abroad, but here, it's not. So, I don't know.
So, may problema sa sa mindset ng mga bata, ng younger generation.
Yes, we have to start them young. Yes, I believe so.
Speaking of young, pinag-usapan nyo kanina yung what we could be?
Yes. Mga batang artista.
Hindi lang batang.
Gurang lang yung support.
No, pero ang ganda rin ng music, yung theme song, na parang, it's an original, no?
Yes,
Can tell us the story behind that theme song.
Actually, nakuha na namin yung song ni Zach Tabudlo, the song Pano, which is so beautiful. Feeling ko kasi yung lyrics niya, bagay na bagay doon sa mga eksena na hugot and the like, yung mga break, na nagkasakitan na ng emotions and the like. So, bagay siya doon sa mga eksena na yun. But for the feels kasi of the series itself, I wanted something hip, young, hindi siya mabagal. Kasi yung Pano, it's slow. So, I wanted something, a beat that was faster.
Okay.
And then, kausap ko si Gege Severo, Juan Miguel Severo, who's been alaga all these years, parang kaibigan, and I actually manage him. I've been helping him all this time.
And he's a spoken word artist,
Yes,
right?
he is. And I asked him if he could help me because when I directed the film before, for my first feature film, I used his song Walls. Breaking down of walls naman. So magaling kasi siya doon sa insights na yon. So nag-discuss kami why is it what we could be. It's what we could be as lovers in a relationship and what we could be as human beings, as people. So sabi ko, gusto ko i-tackle mo yan dyan sa kanta na yan. Tapos yun nga, gusto ko ng mas mabilis yung melody niya, hindi siya dapat mabagal and the like. So, may mga sample siyang pinarinig sa akin. So, ito yung napili namin. Actually, siya, may pagka 70s, 80s na beat siya which I like.
Panahon natin.
So, yun yung reason ba't ko siguro siya nagustuhan. And then, as soon as the song was completed, the next hurdle that I had to face was to find somebody, an artist who would sing. And fan ako ni Amy Vachal sa The Voice. He was then Team Farrell, tapos na-steal siya ni Team Adam. So, the first time pa lang she auditioned, galing na ako sa boses niya. Ang lamig pakinggan. So, I reached out to her mom. Her mom is my friend on Facebook.
Okay.
Classmate ko actually, ang sister niya. She's the niece of Governor Gwen Garcia of Cebu.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
naging
So na pumayag.
Pumayag.
Okay. Dinaan
Na-excite
sa
naman si
mom.
Gerda. So, dinaan ko
sa
sa mom.
mom.
So, she sent me an email and I was able to converse now with Amy and Amy was so excited. So, batuhan lang kami. Everything was online. I never got to talk to her in person. It was all via email. So, yun. That's her. She's so beautiful.
Oo nga.
Ayun. Even if you look at the lyrics of the song, siya, meaningful siya. People come and go. Yung mga ganon. So,
It
ayun.
opened. The series opened.
Started last
night. Yeah.
Yes. We
And
started.
it's on at what time?
At 8:50 in the evening on GMA Talababad. It's right after Lolong. So, ayun.
Are you inspired to do another series? Moving forward agad tayo.
Titignan
So,
ko
ito,
muna,
sigurado.
Francine, kung babalik yung investment na.
Okay. Mukha na, hopefully.
Sana.
With all the good feedbacks, umpisa pa lang, one night.
Sana. Talagang, Diyos ko, ang hirap-hirap na gumawa. I always thought that film was hard to make. Mas mahirap pala ang serye.
Ay, ganun?
Mas mahirap siya.
Parang mas...
Actually,
Marathon.
nagsushoot ka na, tapos hindi mo alam kung kasya na yung sequences mo for one episode. That's one.
Okay.
And then, kailangan yung story mo tatawid, no? Na makikip mo yung attention ng audience. That's why I shared with you on our second week, you have to watch out for this because marami na kaming reveals na iba sa usual take na doon sa dulo mo yung i-reveal. So, dito iniba namin para parang sa third week, fresh na yung relation ng dalawa. Kasi, alam na niya kung anong tunay na pagkatao nitong person na ito.
Okay. Hanggang doon lang muna tayo, attorney. Hanggang doon muna tayo. Kinakat ko na.
Pero ang TV series ba, mas financially, rewarding?
It depends.
It depends.
Depende kung marami kang advertising na
So you
papasok.
rely on advertising,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Oo.
Because this is a co-production, so yun, we rely on the
Okay.
advertising.
Yes. Oo.
Maswerte naman kami at nasa GMA kami pinapalabas.
Yes,
So,
yes, well
yun,
supported.
sana, supportahan ng tuluyan ng mga
Yes.
advertisers.
Manonood tayo. What it
Yes.
could be.
Yung ano rin ba, kasi meron kayo sabi, parang may mga, teka, abangan yung susunod. Yung scripts ba ng series, how flexible is it? Do you
Okay.
rely on feedback or
In the past,
dynamics?
in the past, they would change it depending on the reaction of the audience.
Oh.
Like, they like
Oh,
this,
okay.
for example, ito yung lead mo. Pero ito pala, kunwari tatlo sila, no? Tapos ito yung intended mo na lead. Tapos as the series goes along, ito palang dalawa ang mas nag-click sa audience.
Yeah,
So,
oo.
ililihis mo ngayon yung kwento, tapos maiiba ngayon. But in our case now, because it's canned, we had the script from the beginning till the end. We started with the story Bible, na alam mo kung anong development from the first week, ito yung mangyayari, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Organize,
Like, oo, ganon.
Oo, mahirap kasi
Pag
yung
hindi mo kasi magagawa yung ganon, hindi mo alam saan pupunta yung kwento mo. You will get lost somewhere eh. Like initially, wag ka magagalit yung aking head writer. Yung last week namin.
Ano mga secret? Behind the scenes naman tayo ngayon, di ba?
Teka lang, bakit may ganyan? Ano nangyari?
Sabi mo?
Yes, I really said that. Hindi yan ang intention ng last week natin. Why are we going there? This is not like that.
Okay.
I will not say the words I said na lang. So
So,
yun.
ano nangyari? Binago.
Nag-meeting kami, nag-emergency meeting kami, and I was very fortunate because Ricky Lee, our good friend, helped us
Yes.
out, bring us back, towed us back. Ayun, he asked me what I wanted, so I explained. And tama si Georgie, ayusin natin, ganito, ganyan.
So creative storming talaga. Creative storming.
Yes.
No?
Why do you think the writer
siguro sariling creative call na
ewan
yan.
ko.
Creative call na siguro
Gusto
ng
niya
writer.
siguro ng may patayan or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think ano naman din. So it's really a collective, ano? When you do the
Yes, definitely. Kasi even when you have your script na, it's not enough eh. You have people who will interpret it eh. And the person behind everything, Jeffrey Jaturian, another good friend of mine who's directing the series.
Kubrador.
Yes, that's mine.
Of course,
Nanalo yun.
Yes, we won about 42 awards for Kubrador. Layo
diba?
na segue.
Grabe. Award-winning.
Attorney, nakikita ko pa rin yung joy nyo. Yung talk about the awards,
Kasi
achievements na
hindi naman bumalik yung pera ko doon, kaya
gano'n.
i-enjoy ko na lang
Sa
yung
award
moment
na
na
lang.
nagka-award kami.
Mga ano na lang.
Ayun, so lahat sila, it's really a team that works on it from even to the smallest person to the people behind the cameras. Kailangan maganda yung mga anggulo, kailangan pati yung lente tama, hanggang sa pag-ilaw. We have no less than Neil Dasa, who's part of the team and supported by Miguel Cruz. So ang
Pati
gagaling.
pala yung ano nyo,
Hot
not
shot.
just the supporting actors, pero pati yung mga technical
Even
crew,
our
diba?
production
Creative.
design. One of the comments on Twitter last night was,
I saw it.
ito ano daw, sobrang busog daw sila sa
Yes,
visuals.
oo.
Because our production design, si Mother Angel Diasta, ay napakagaling.
Oo nga, the subtleties of the color, hindi mo alam, di ba?
Our
Yung
colorist
set
is
pala.
Timmy Torres. O, di
Oh,
ba?
may
In-introduce na lahat.
Audience na lang hinihintay, panoorin nyo.
Yes,
What we could be.
please.
So second second
Day
night.
2 na kami tonight.
Oh my God, nakakatuwa talaga. Oo.
What else is
In store.
up your sleeves?
Store.
Quantum Films or
We
for you?
are about to start work. I don't know if we can announce this. Baka bawal.
Ganun.
We're about to start work on a
Pasilip lang.
very big project.
Yun.
As in big. But I don't think I can say anything.
Huwag mo ng details.
Sa
Pero
big
malaking
project.
pelikula yan?
Yes, it is.
Pelikula.
It is a big film.
Oo. Big production.
It is.
Ano pa, Attorney Georgie? Anong second reveal mo dyan, aside from being a big film?
Sige, hindi,
All-star
wag na
cast.
lang. Wag
Oh,
na
na
lang.
lang. Sige.
Basta,
Sige,
it's
abangan na lang din.
it's a very big cast. Maloloka kami.
Oh my goodness.
Parang, we have 10 makeup artists, 10 stylists, 10 of the PAs, because
My God.
it's a very
So
big
production pa lang yan,
Pang
I
film
can
fest ba yan?
imagine the actors.
No, it's not. I
It's
cannot
not.
also reveal
Wala,
that
wala.
it's more.
Sabihin mo, halingin mo, Poch. Sabihin mo.
Mamaya, pag off-air,
Off-air na tayo. Pero I can imagine, Wow, wow.
Ang scary din ng project na to. Diyos ko, hindi ko alam.
But you
Paano?
were never the type nga, as your yearbook said, parang always conquering the impossible.
The
no?
last of an impossible breed.
The
Thank
last of
God.
an impossible breed. Thank God. Yun nga, parang a sense nga, your fearlessness.
Hindi naman.
Is that your driver as a film producer?
I don't know.
Walang takot.
Paano ba? How do I put this? Before, I was so afraid to die. You know, that's your biggest fear when you know when it's brought forth that there's that possibility. But when I had cancer and eventually survived it, na iba yung mundo ko parang I live each day dependent on what if God still wants me in this world. So I try to make the most of each day. Siguro that's also the reason why I cannot sit still just doing nothing, except those times that I also would like just to rest, of course.
Okay.
Like Sundays before, I would continue to work. Now, no more. That's my day off.
Oo, rest day yun. Oo. But in short, you want to make the most, seize the day, seize the
Yes.
moment. Oo.
Carpe diem.
Oo, tama.
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
Yes.
We'll be back with one more commercial break after with Attorney Georgie Alonso.
Hello, we're back. This is Straight Talk. We're talking to Attorney Georgie Alonso on the magic, science, and craziness of film producing. And we're also here with Pocholo Concepcion.
Sige, ituloy mo.
Ituloy natin ang
Hindi
chika
pwedeng
natin.
sabihin, mga kaibigan, yung upcoming projects.
Pero
but,
excited sila. Excited
Oo,
na kayo.
okay.
Oh my God, you just hear it, hopefully, here
Yes,
at Straight
soon.
Talk, Daily
Soon.
Tribune. Yes. Yeah, so there's a lot of things to look forward to.
Definitely. Marami pa nasa baul.
Marami pa sa baul.
Na hindi lang nagawa. I think I have at least 3 or 4 projects waiting after this one that I'm finishing. So, wala, naghahanap lang ng budget kasi malalaking project talaga siya. And of course, we're looking for the right audience because we don't know what's going to happen in the coming days. So I'm really, really hopeful this coming MMFF talagang babalik na ang lahat ng mga tao sa sinihan. At sana wala
Hopefully,
nang magkakasakit.
Yes.
Oh, even with the virus around, we just have to dance with it. Parang
Yes.
ganon. Oo,
Yes.
protocols
No
na.
choice eh.
Oo.
We cannot naman live in fear for the rest of our lives eh.
Yes.
Attorney, what whether big or small, what have you learned from your being a movie producer and what keeps you going?
One of the reasons why I decided to direct a film was because I wanted to experience what it's like down there sa ground. And again, this may sound so cliche, but it's really a humbling experience when you're there. Kahit na director ka, yung pupunta ka sa isang lugar, mag-ocular inspection kayo, tapos gigising ka ng napakaaga dahil hindi ka pwedeng malate, nakakahiya, you're supposed to set the example.
Yes.
Ako madalas akong nalilate.
Dahil sa dami mo lang ginagawa.
So, lagare to the max, pero ito hindi talaga. So, yun. And so many people are so passionate. They love doing this, not just for the money, but because they, a part of their soul is introduced into every project that they do. So that, I guess that's probably what also keeps me going. That in every film that I'm able to do, I leave a little mark there, somewhere, somehow. And if I just touch one person and make that person realize, something out of this film, then it's worth it. I would have done good.
Something good for for humanity.
Yes, that's so true. And I hope, dati kasi akala ng iba na I'm just here because for the fun of it, the short ride. No, I'm definitely in it for the long, long ride.
Yeah.
Hanggang dulo na to.
So tingin mo ba ganyan ang ng ibang movie producers, ng mga Mother Lily nung araw,
Ay,
Vic
si
Del
Mother
Rosario.
Lily.
Of course, bottom line ang importante, pero meron kaya silang concern?
Si Mother Lily, nagbabasa ng script yun.
Okay.
Talagang yung mga artista na pinipili, pati siguro shape na rin ang face. Yung good feng shui.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure she does that. And
Kasi movie fan din siya.
Yes, I think that's the first order of the day. You have to have the love of film yourself. Hindi ka
Basic,
into this because gusto mong kumita or gusto mo ng negosyo. Hindi pwede. Kailangan you know by heart what your script says. Habang binabasa mo yung script, nai-imagine mo na how it's supposed to come out on screen. Paano siya ini-interpret. You really have to be involved in it. Otherwise, you have no place in this industry.
Okay.
Taray.
Siguro it also helps
Pero may karapatan.
Basta dapat talaga, dapat kasi minamahal mo yung ginagawa mo.
Yes.
So, hindi lang siya dapat on the business side, although it's show business, it's a business pa
Yes,
rin.
oo.
Kasi pag hindi nga naman bumalik yung puhunan, hindi ka na makakagawa ulit.
True.
But at the same time, sana lagyan ng part of you into each film that you make.
Do you get to interact with maybe the next batch of film producers? May mga ganon?
Yes. Not just film producers, parang the filmmakers themselves.
Yes, oo.
Hindi naman sa pagmamayabang, pero at a certain point in time, tinatawag nila akong mother of indie films. Kasi
yes.
in whatever way I can, I try to help the younger ones. I will not mention names, pero ang dami nila ngayon, ang kagaling na nilang direktor at malalaki na silang pangalan. So, sa bawat na itulong ko, na nakatulong sa kanila, oh my God, I mean, that's good. I hope they also pay it forward to other filmmakers.
And I know that a lot of them have also won in international film festivals.
Yes, definitely.
With your guidance and
Hindi naman,
light.
kung
naman.
minsan mas magagaling na sila.
Yung mga dumaan na yung mga mga nabigyan nyo ng advice and inspiration, no?
Sana. Sana.
Yes. So, iba bang breed ng mga film producers ngayon versus yung the first time you were in
I
film
would
producing?
like to think so.
Tsaka yung challenges nila ngayon, iba versus yung nadatnan nyo first time?
I would think so as well kasi during my time, 35mm yung naabutan ko.
Okay.
Kaya that was my very first film. And then, sa second film ko, bigla kaming nag-digital. So, ang laki ng difference sa
Shift,
cost, no? Ang mahal-mahal nung una. Grabe talaga.
Nag-lessen ng cost.
Yes, ang laki ng na-lessen na cost. And then, kaya lang, yun na nga, ang nangyari naman is nag-introduce naman ng maraming aspects ng visual effects, mga ibang treatment naman ng mga pelikula. Kaya to that extent, nagmahal din. So, ano siya depende kasi talaga sa material that you're working on. Some movies are very simple. It's really simple. You can shoot it in 5 days, even 10 days, and the like. Which is the advantage of the young filmmakers now. Kasi ano sila puno sila ng energy and passion.
Yes,
So yun, kinakaya nilang gumawa ng maraming pelikula. Like if you had 25 million for one film, kaya nilang gumawa ng 5 pelikula at 5 million each. Mahirap gawin yun. Mahirap gawin yun.
Yeah, at saka siguro yung accessibility din ng technology ngayon sa kanila. No?
Yes. Even phone. You can actually really shoot a film on your phone already.
Yeah.
I know one movie in a festival this year or 2 years ago ba yun? Ang ginamit niya was a phone.
Pero short film lang? Hindi, full length
Hindi, full length.
Pati audio?
full
Oh, pati audio,
Hindi ko-
importante
well,
yan.
ang
Pati
audio,
audio
hindi, meron kang separate.
Meron,
separate,
kasi
ano, technical.
hindi ang
Hindi
ang audio ng phone hindi siya.
Hindi
ano,
rin.
Hindi, kailangan
Pero
kasi
at least
live
yung-
sound.
Oo,
So,
oo.
pangit kasi kung puro dub naman siya.
Oo.
nga.
So, I would imagine that that particular movie, ginamitan talaga nila ng live sound equipment.
How tech savvy are you as a film producer? Interesado din ba kayo sa mga latest in technology, platforms, or it's a must?
Platforms, yes.
It's a must as a film
naghahanap
producer.
ka ng ibang paraan para maipalabas yung proyekto mo.
Yes, oo.
So, yun. Pagdating naman sa mga camera equipment, hindi masyado eh. Hindi talaga ako personally, hindi. Hindi ako magsasabi na alam ko yan lahat.
Yeah.
But I do have my own cameras, but these are not the very expensive ones. And then I invested more on lenses. Kasi lenses are very crucial. Ang
Yes.
akala ng iba, camera, okay na yun. No.
Oo.
You change your lens depending on what you are actually shooting. Like kapag may close-up ka, kailangan mo, like close-up sa mouth, kailangan mo talagang special lens doon. Macro lens naman siya. So depende. Like we had one lens, like in Maupay, where Charo was on top of the hill, talagang zoom siya na from there close up palayo. Ganon. So, yun.
Kasi
Yun yung
parang,
lenses.
I guess as a film producer, hindi lang to about the technicals, but also yung parang visualizing it talaga, di ba? Parang envisioning how it will turn out, even before the film has been done. Nandun na, it's in your head.
Yes, definitely. Kailangan mai-imagine mo na siya. Like, actually, when you read the script, you can eh.
Sa script na gumpisa.
Yes eh.
Have you tried writing a script?
I did. I used to write scripts in high school for plays, but I realized na mas marami magagaling sa akin. Magbayad na lang ako ng scriptwriter. Pero, ayun, kaya naman. In fact, I took the script writing workshop of Bing Lao before. Na nagsulat kami.
Found stories.
Yes, found stories, which was the reason why I did my first short film. Parang binase namin yon kasi doon kami sa, ano na nga bang pangalan nun? May tree house. Doon kami nag-lecture sa tree house. And then nagsara yung tree house. So my material was about the restaurant that closed. Yun. Sabi ni Bing, approve! Approve.
Yeah.
And yun, that film went on to win the grand prize in Pyongyang,
wow.
in North Korea.
Talaga?
Of all
Maraming
places.
lumalabas ngayon
What
about
year- what
Attorney
year was that?
Georgie.
2018.
Okay.
2018.
My goodness.
Yeah, it was a short film that I did in one long take. 15 minutes, one long take.
Oh my goodness.
So that we had 17 takes. Ayan, diba? Kaya nag-example ako ng 17 takes. Kasi inulit-ulit namin. So, akala ko makukuha na namin sa first take. Yun pala, kailangan lusaw na yung mga artista ko para makuha ko yung feels ng hinahanap ko. So, pati yung waiter ko dun sa eksena, yung first take namin, fresh siya. Nung nandun na kami sa pang 16 take, which was the take that I chose.
Okay.
Talagang lusaw na yung itsura niya.
Amazing.
Kaya perfect talaga ang ending.
Oo, but the process itself, no?
Mahirap.
Parang
Mahirap.
pero pag na-achieve mo, it's awesome.
Kawawa yung DOP ko si Dexter. Kasi he's petite and the camera was heavy. So actually yung sa 17, I wanted that option also, kaya lang nanginginig na yung kamay niya sa dulo.
So handheld.
Handheld.
Hindi siya parang trolley and
Hindi,
everything.
handheld talaga siya. Buti
Okay,
na nga
I
lang,
can
petite
imagine.
siya, he could go in and out of
Alright.
hindi siya sliding door, basta nagsuswing door
Okay.
doon sa kitchen. Kasi it was all about the restaurant. But actually, I was, ang dramatic voice is that here is a waiter, hindi alam ng lahat ng manunood, but that is his last day already because the restaurant is about to close the next day. So he's been looking for a job.
Tuloy.
Yung narrative voice naman nun, I was trying to picture yung closure ng restaurant sa life itself. That's why I had 3 old men there which represented death coming.
Wow.
So, ang dami-daming story ang pwedeng gawin, ano?
Marami.
Oo.
Napakarami pang pwedeng gawin na hindi pa nagawa.
Ano yun?
Ay!
Hindi. Ito ang question. Ano yung nasa baul nyo, attorney, na masabi nyo marami pang ilalabas?
I have one that's horror. The other one is a comedy. The other one is a rom-com.
Okay.
And the fourth one, it's a mix eh. It's a kind of musical na rom-com.
Oh.
Yun. Tapos may isa pa pala, horror comedy. O yun yun ba? 5?
Ah, 5.
5 siya.
That we will be looking forward to.
Sana
Wow.
matuloy. Sana may matuloy.
Matutuloy yan.
Ayaw mo nung naisip mo ba yung mga ginagawa nila Love Diaz na pumupunta sa abroad, umiikot?
Hindi kasi siya madali. I've been there. when
Been
I did Babae sa Septic Tank, we were able to do that. We
Yes,
did our
yes.
we went around different places. But it's not easy eh. Tsaka depende talaga sa pelikula if it will make them salivate. If they'll become interested in it. Eh.
I
Depende sa
like that
material.
word, salivate.
Kailangan ma-excite sila. Oo. Okay.
Yes.
Attorney, parting words for the audience. Invite them.
Nako, Biten.
Okay.
May part 2 tong serye na to with Attorney Georgie.
Maraming salamat muli sa Straight Talk for having me here, and thank you to Francine and to Pocholo. Nais ko po sana kayong anyayahan lahat na manood po sana ng aming serye. It's entitled What We Could Be, stars Miguel Tan Felix, Isabel Ortega, and Yasser Marta, supported by so many great actors and directed by Jeffrey Jaturian. It's airing every day from Monday to Friday at 8:50 in the evening on GMA Telebabat. Sana po panoorin ninyo. I'm promising you it will be worth your while. Pinaghirapan po namin na todo yan. Thank you.
Yeah, please watch it. Lahat ng aspects ng gusto nyo nandyan.
Yes,
Diba?
it's a good mix. Family,
Yeah.
ambition, may away, lahat.
Yeah,
nandun.
even the technicals, the visuals, the set, the production design, the color, lahat.
Yes.
Parang visual, sensorial experience talaga yung serye.
Di ba?
Oo.
Lakas ko dito eh.
That's Attorney. Attorney Georgie Alonso, Filipino film producer on Straight Talk.
Thank you. Thank you mga katribo for tuning in. Watch Straight Talk every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
I'm Pocholo Concepcion.
And I'm Francine Marquez.
This is Straight Talk.
We would like to thank the following: Araneta, Pag-ibig, SM Supermall, Veteran, Divina Law Offices, ICTSI, Xlog, Globe, Kia, PLDT, Cherry, Tanawan, Prime Homes, RLC, Pure Gold, Meralco, and SM Retail.